Well, we're back, and how about Cabot's Ice Cream? 40 years of serving ice cream to the community of Newton, and doing a great job as always. And Joe Halpern, how about him? He gets the plum assignment, going out there to enjoy all the great ice cream.
How come we didn't get that assignment?
Good summer day activity. Huh?
No leftovers, nothing?
He didn't bring us anything, but we're back with a couple of new guests. We have Bob Kelly, the Executive Director of New TV here in Newton, and Dina Rosenbaum from the Carroll Center in Newton as well. They're both very active in a new initiative in the Chamber, which is our Non-Profit Council, and we're going to talk a little bit about that council today and what it does and why it's important to the community. So let's start right at the beginning in terms of the council. When did it start? How did it get started? Why are we doing this?
Last year, I arrived here in Newton, having run Waltham's channels for 18 years. So last May 2008, I came over, and one of my first meetings was with you, and I asked you if you had a non-profit council at the Chamber, and you said no, but you've always wanted to do one. And I was familiar with the one in Waltham, so I said, well, what do we need to do to put this together? And I think at the time you said you had about 55 of your members.
That's right. Yeah, it's a significant, almost 10% of our membership is nonprofit. So.
And we were interested in forming partnerships with some of those nonprofits to increase our activity here at New TV, increase our programming, and some of these types of shows. And thankfully, you took advantage of it, and are now producing this show.
We were happy to do it, and we're happy to get some people together to start moving it forward. Dina, you were involved in that, and once we got going, what were the objectives of the council as we got it off the ground?
Well, one of the first things we did was a survey of the nonprofit council members who gave us feedback of topics or interests that they had. And we ran 2 events last year, both at Mount Ida. And most of the topics that the members seem to be interested in are fundraising, of course, which is a hot one. Sharing of resources, as Bob said, you know, things from information about technology to HR information to marketing ideas. And we had a couple of speakers at both events and got very positive feedback from the attendees as well. So it seems to be an interest that's staying there or growing, I hope, to do collaborative activities, get information on things. Most nonprofits are small, so most of them don't have HR departments, so they're interested in collaborations of HR, don't have a marketing department. So those are the things they're interested in.
Yeah. So 2 events so far. Can you tell us a little bit about these events, what they were about, where they were, that sort of thing?
Yeah, they were at Mount Ida, and we're very grateful that Mount Ida is involved with the Nonprofit Council. And yeah, they provided their facility for us. We had about 50 people show up, attendees at each one. We've talked about, we had David Magnani from Nonprofit Network come in and speak at the first one. And then we had a few speakers at the second one, which was, we talked about cause marketing. Cross-marketing is obviously something that we all have an interest in the for-profit and nonprofit world. And a few other speakers talking about different issues that are near and dear to us in the nonprofit world.
Yeah, we had one of the major funders come in and talk about how the economy is affecting fundraising and grants as well. So good information.
And the Chamber, I mean, the Chamber, your organization was very instrumental in assisting us and making sure that got off the ground. And we had surveys done at each one of the breakfast meetings.
Right. So you've gotten good feedback and good response from the nonprofits that are participating.
We have, and so that's giving us the incentive to keep going.
Yeah.
So we're hoping we'll plan at least 2 or 3 events for this coming year. And we make them attractive. So it's great Mount Ida is able to host as a member, which is wonderful. So the cost is low. We've been doing a breakfast early morning schedule, which seems to be working well. And we keep the cost low for attendees. So I think, you know, also making it attractive for people to come. And it's open to anyone. We don't just limit it to Chamber members. So hopefully growing the membership as well.
But it's key, though, there's a ton more nonprofits that exist here in Newton, and we would like them to get involved. So if they become members of the Chamber, they can be part of the Nonprofit Council. And that's sorry for the shameful plug, but in order
go right ahead.
it would benefit them greatly. We have a core group of people that are helping to get this off the ground. And but we need more involvement, and so if they reach out to the Chamber of Commerce through you or Joe, they can learn more about the Non-Profit Council.
Sure. Well, it's a very important segment of the business community in general, and I know we were talking before, you mentioned it's the largest employer as a
Massachusetts.
sector in the
Yes.
state, so it's an important sector to be working with, it's important to the community, and so we want to do everything we can to foster its growth and development, so we'll continue to do that. I thank you both for your time here today, and more importantly for your time with the Non-Profit Council, Bob Kelly and Dina Rosenbaum.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very
Tom.
much.
Appreciate it.